1-348-443. There's no obligation. 1-800-348-4433. Call now.
Resilience and hope. Southern California moving forward 1 year after the firestorms that changed our lives forever. What we learned from that dark day as we shed light on the path forward.
Nick Ryan to be arraigned tomorrow, accused of first-degree murder in the stabbing deaths of his parents, Rob and Michelle. A preview of the legal proceedings.
1 year after the deadly Palisades and Eaton fires, officials reflect on what went wrong, what the new LA fire chief is saying. And candidate for California Governor Steve Hilton alleges $250 trillion in waste, fraud, and abuse in California. The candidate just live to explain now on the news at 7. Good evening. And I'm Cher Calvin. Nick Reiner is set to be arraigned tomorrow on charges of murdering his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner.
The 32-year-old has been jailed without bail following his first appearance at a downtown LA courtroom December 17th. Lindsay Pena is in the KTLA News Center with a preview of tomorrow's arraignment. Lindsay.
Micah, Cher, a lot of anticipation surrounding this court date tomorrow. At this point, a few different things that could happen in this case, but our legal analyst says there's definitely one thing we can pretty much rule out. The last time we saw Nick Reiner was during a brief court appearance on December 17th, where he waived a right to immediate arraignment. The 32-year-old shackled and in a blue suicide prevention vest. Now, on the eve of his next scheduled court date, reports that he's no longer on suicide watch.
It does not in any way signify that he no longer has mental health needs or that he is suffering some type of mental illness. It means that he is no longer acutely suicidal.
KTLA legal analyst Allison Trees says Nick, who's accused of his parents' robbed, that could see is a guilty plea.
Trial.
Trees says if Nick don't believe he can stand the nature of the proceeding, insist in defense, are going to trial.
On Jackson, defense very question competency and raise a doubt. The court and mental health by the court at that point would come and determine whether or not at this point Nick Reiner stand trial.
Now, if he is convicted of target, Nick will be facing life in prison without the possibility of parole. In the News Center, Lindsay Pena, KTLA 5 News. Share my back to.
Linda, we are following breaking news in Santa Monica, where a baby was found inside an apartment. The victim of a beating. Santa Monica police notified by UCLA campus police. A woman admitted to hurting her child. The baby was discovered inside an apartment on the 2300 block of Broadway Street before noon. The baby was now dead at the hospital. Woman believed to be the baby's. There is at the shop. Investigators are on the scene, seeing evidence in the case.
1 year after the January fires devastated Altadena and Pacific Palisades, fire officials are reflecting on what went wrong and what has changed since. LA City Fire Chief Jaime Moore addressed for fire commissioners improvements made since his appointment.
KTLA's Aaron Myers is in Pacific Palisades with details.
There has been controversy surrounding the hang of the Palisades fire and the fire that reignited leading to it. Today, the LAFD chief talked about the changes the department made since then.
The Palisades fire killed 12 people and destroyed thousands of homes and businesses. And the 1 anniversary of the fire looms, appointed LAFD chief Jaime Moore is admitting department faults at the leadership.
They reflect leadership decisions, systems, and long-standing structural constraints.
Chief Moore also fire leading to the destruction.
That our mop-up and verification process needed to be stronger.
In the aftermath of the fire, former Chief Kristen Crowley was demoted by Mayor Bass. And a final report of Palisades fire was released. Chief Moore saying it was revised leaders from scrutiny.
It's now clear that multiple drafts were edited
The chief said the department has taken action, with 74% of the recommendations made being completed.
Among the most important changes are the following: MOP and post-suppression procedures, including the use of drone technology and thermal imaging.
Residents saying that day will forever be with them.
This was my community. This was, my life. And it's just gone.
Moore didn't take any questions. He hasn't done many one-on-one interviews with media just yet. As for what will be happening tomorrow on the anniversary of the Palisades, residents say there will be several to honor the reporting here in the Palisades. I'm Mary Myers, KTLADT.
Right now, community members are gathering for an event honoring Eaton fire survivors. LA County Supervisor Catherine Barr Pasadena community through speed and for
and we're used to experiencing loss, experiencing dislocation. We to be resilient and to never give up on hope. And we continue to see this despite the devastation. We know that we're going to grow stronger from.
Community gatherings for tomorrow as we mark 1 year anniversary of the disaster.
The LAUSD is sharing a progress report after 3 schools. Superintendent Alvarez, $600 million to new permanent facilities at Mark Charter Elementary, Palisades Charter planned in 2028. Wallace says schools will be equipped with next-generation air quality sensors, part of an overhaul of its vacuums across the district.
California Congressman Doug LaMalfa has died. Nation rice farmer and former state legislator was 7th term representing California first includes Redding and City. 65-year-old Republican reportedly suffered an aneurysm and being in surgery. Death shrinks the GOP's narrow House majority 218 to 213. President Trump, a true defender of American. Newsom has ordered flags at Capitol to be flown.
California, the organization led by Republican Assemblyman Carl DeMaio says it has collected more than 1 million signatures to qualify their voter ID initiative for the November ballot. The initiative is a state amendment to require ID for casting ballots in person and by mail, and would require state election accurate voter rules verifying only eligible are registered. The measure needs 800,000 signatures to appear on the November. Now says gather 2 signatures before the March deadline.
And with more on the state of California politics, we are joined once again by Republican candidate. Nice to have you with us again. Voter ID initiative. You've said that this is, quote, how we stop the cheating and how we take our state back. But critics say voter ID suppresses the vote and even attempts to solve a problem of voter fraud that they say is rare, if so non-existent.
Well, if there is, then what's wrong with actually requiring something that we all know, we all the time day for so many things, that's checking in off, maybe ID, voting, most we can do, and so it's completely